won't. No, I won't. And tell me, boom, yeah, face, you love the stars. Boom, yeah, face, you look at bar. Boom, yeah, face, discriminate. Boom, yeah, face, denominate. Boom.
Way out here, there's a song that's gotta be unsung. Way out here, there's a wrong that's gotta be undone. Spend my time getting wicked till I choke. Gotta spend my youth on something before I go broke. There's a heart that's hard as rock. Way out here, there's a kid that just needs to talk. Spend my time getting wicked till I choke. Gotta spend my youth on something before I go broke. Gotta save me from myself in a wicked generation. Can I save me from myself in a wicked generation? Gotta save me from myself in a wicked generation. In a wicked generation. In a wicked generation.
You know, they recently announced for ESO is that for a limited time you pay I think there's a fee. You transfer your PC to console. Like
Yeah, it's 20 bucks.
I don't know that many people would go from PC to console. Like I do both.
I already.
Mhm.
I would be hope. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to do it. No, we're on.
Yeah.
All right.
Why would you?
What's up, guys?
Why would you? I don't understand why you would want
Sophus
to
is
change.
boggled.
No, I don't understand why you would want to play it. Never mind. The character swap to console is boggling
Yeah,
me.
I don't think you can swap character. I think you have to start a new character. Anyways, we're live.
We're doing it live.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. If you guys are just now tuning in, this is starting in the second half of the show. Topics we have discussed is playing the same game over and over in stream, the usage of bots and point systems. If you guys also are just now coming in, VOD of this episode will be up on YouTube tomorrow, late tonight, early tomorrow, however you want to look at it. And all of the past episodes are also on YouTube. So we are going to get into the thoughts of remastering and rebooting games. And I'm almost tempted, depending on how long the conversation goes, I'm almost tempting to throw in rebooting movies as well, just to throw everybody off of their game. And then we'll talk about GTA coming to PC, Nintendo developing games for mobile devices, and we will spend the last bit of time talking about The Last of Us. Remastering / rebooting games. Anybody want to volunteer for this one first?
Oh sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Preach on. Preach.
Yeah. So as
Dorian.
Sulfus already said about Last of Us. If you guys haven't played it, make sure try to get a chance to try it out. But that was another game that was remastered. Well done. In every spectacle, increasing the frame rate, putting higher textures, better lighting, all that stuff. But I've noticed this generation of consoles, now not really PC side, but consoles from PS3 to PS4, Xbox 360 to Xbox One, we're starting to see a lot more of remasters. There's countless titles like Grand Theft Auto 5, Devil May Cry, Tomb Raider, of course Last of Us. Those are just a few, just to just say that they've been remastered. Now, not every single game has gotten, in my opinion, the best treatment of a remaster. Also, Dark Souls that just came out, but this one includes, which pretty much all remasters will include, is the downloadable content that was already existed from previous and then is brought up. I don't want this generation to be just remasters of games where we can see new individual properties of games, like The Division, which is still up in the air. We're still waiting for that. I like to see some more creativity. For example, we have Bloodborne that just came out on PS4, which is the same creators of the Dark Souls series, but is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. You see, I wouldn't want this generation become it because of remasters, because these are games that we've already played, right? We've already played them. We've already paid $60 for them, and then having them remastered, where it's for people that haven't played them, okay, but I don't know at full price of spending $60 on something that was already made a year, 2, maybe even extends 3 years ago. That I'm just finding it baffling to see more of these games. Now, I'm not trying to knock it, because if you haven't played it, I know a lot of folks from the 360 especially that 360 was a real strong core gamer audience. Even though that the Nintendo Wii was the most sold console, right, of last generation, but the 360, a lot of people have migrated over to the PlayStation 4, especially that console. So they didn't have a chance to play The Last of Us, for example. But I just I feel like a lot of these games becoming so high in price of developing. They're like blockbuster movies now, or they're reaching that level of the number of dollars that go into it. So I just hoping that we'll see some newer games rather than rehashes of games. There's games that I haven't played that I consider that perhaps it's all about opinion if you've have played it or not. But there's games that I haven't. So for example, like Dark Souls 2, that's something I'm looking at getting at some point. But I just don't want to see more games of stuff that we perhaps already played be remastered. Like if there was like a Call of Duty HD collection remaster pack, I'm sure that
Oh,
will.
God.
To be honest,
Yeah.
that would probably outsell, right? Probably outsell something that's new. And I don't know if Activision and the game developers there would want that, but I'm sure something like a Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty 4
Oh my
of
gosh.
a
Modern
remastered.
Warfare.
A lot of people will be like, "Yeah, oh my gosh,
Or,
I'm excited." But hopefully the price, I think it's just the price of these games
Uh,
of remasters of $60. I don't know. I feel that it's maybe if you slash that and maybe half or meet halfway or something, or if you already own the existing game, there's some games where you can get a good discount. Like with PlayStation, you have something called cross buy. If you own it on PS3 or like a Vita, you can get it on PS4. There was like these discounts at when the launch of the system came out, but I don't see that so much often anymore. So if you own Dark Souls 2, maybe you can get a discount on Dark Souls 2 for PS4. They have something like that on PC, but I don't see that too much often anymore on
Grab my
the
glasses.
console.
Kind of like they did with Minecraft. If you owned it on one thing and you got it on the next gen, you paid like
It was like
five
$5.
and you get it on the new one.
Yeah.
You know, that's all right. But yeah, definitely some good points. Cheese.
Um, I have mixed feelings about remasters and reboots. Because if I loved a really old game and I have a lot of nostalgia for it, seeing them remaster it kind of breaks my heart because in my eyes it was perfect exactly as it was. Like like old back in the day, Sega, Sonic the Hedgehog, and they took those characters and made it into God knows what. I watched someone stream it and basically cried because they took something that was perfection, like this great platformer, and turned it into crap, basically. Like they just tarnished the name of Sonic.
Yeah. Sonic's dead now.
Sonic is dead now. Sonic is dead,
So
and it's
sad.
their fault.
No.
But at the same time, I can understand that, today's generation, like kids of today, won't look at those games the same way that we do. And they won't see them the same way that we saw them when we were kids. And so I can understand them wanting to bring it back and make it more relevant and appealing to kids today. But as I said, at the same time, there's just too much nostalgia on stuff like that, and it's really hard for me to see. So unless like I see gameplay like after the fact and it looks good, I'm very hesitant when someone says, "Oh, we're doing a remake of this." Because everything about the previous game was what I liked. I liked the movement. I liked the way it looked. That's what I'm used to. And now you've presented me with this, and I'm very hands off about it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just chime in there. Sonic. I remember playing Sonic, on the
Sonic was
original
so big.
on Sega. Yeah,
It
no,
was so
Sonic was
big.
massive.
That was the icon of Sega, in my opinion,
It
and
was.
It's like the
it's just
Call of
been
Duty of our generation, pretty much. Was like
Sonic
Sonic.
has taken a hit, man. Like
It has.
I remember the days where you just run around, become a little ball or spin right, and do all the
Hmm.
platforming. Now it's like we're going 3D, and then you
They
see how
they like
that
talk.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's Sonic and Mario Olympics crossover games, and I'm like, what?
Sonic
And then,
Racing. That was
why would
horrible.
Sonic race? Run fast.
I know he runs. Why does he need a car?
If you're gonna make a Sonic running simulator, make him sure he's running instead of
Yeah.
have to use a card or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, Sonic. As probably you guys do know too. Like it's kind of going off topic, but it's kind of related to Sonic. But some people like to do troll songs, and Bill, I think this has happened to you. I know it's happened to me too many times, but someone would request like Sonic the Hedgehog theme, and which I'm like, oh, Sonic, cool.
What?
I'm excited for Sonic the theme song.
Yeah.
You know, just for nostalgic purposes. But then someone decides to like screw up the sound and distort it, and it sounds
Yeah.
terrible. So you get like "Rest in Peace" ears. So that's exactly what's happening with Sonic. Is someone?
It is.
That's happening.
He
Like, oh,
he's
okay.
Sanic now.
Yeah, Sonic.
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 Oh
It's
man.
terrible. It's terrible.
They tried to make a Sonic racing game when he ran. It didn't go well. Oh,
Have you
poor
guys
Sonic.
have you guys seen the there's they're not really spin-offs. People have made them like Sonic EXE and Sonic Unfair. People just made them, and they are like really trolly games. Like things you just die for no reason at all. You know, things come out from nowhere to kill you. But that's what it's been reduced to, though. It's a joke now. It's almost sad. Panic, remastering games.
Well, the reason why I don't have really much to chime in on is because, like I said before, I'm new to the kind of whole gaming thing. I've had systems and games throughout my life. I had the original Game Boy. It still works. I've shown it on stream a couple of times. I started with the SNES. So I've played games, but really never been a gamer per se. It's basically been NHL throughout the years and some other titles. So the nice thing about all of the reboots coming out is that it gives me a chance to play these remakes for the first time. Never played Halo, hated that game. But now with the Master Chief Collection, I was able to play the through part of the campaign on the first Halo, which, you know, gives me an opportunity to get to these games that everyone speaks very fondly of. I will say, though, that it is kind of interesting. One of the things I've kind of found in trying to assimilate into the gaming community is that there's a lot of complaints that there's not enough forward progress being made as far as the games that are being developed, and a lot of people are remastering and re-releasing. But then at the same time, when someone tries to push the envelope, everyone complains and wants to go back to the old thing, and
Right.
so there's
they
kind
changed it. It's different, or yeah.
yeah, and so everyone's calling for a Call of Duty to be an example. Everyone
But they took
wanted
it off of
something
this other
new.
game.
Yeah, and so AW went in a new direction and tried some new things and to push the envelope a little. And the general consensus, I feel, is that everyone wants to go back to the old thing. And now that Black Ops 3 is going to come out, everyone's calling for remakes of the old maps. So I feel like with Call of Duty, I guess, as the example still, people, you know, want something new until there is something new, and then
Yeah,
they want the old
yeah.
thing. So
Yeah. They complain about how repetitive the old stuff is, but then they ask for them to remake it.
exactly.
Yeah,
So,
no, Call of Duty, that series, it started off in World War II, right? So I remember when people were saying, "Oh man, World War II again and again," and Infinity Ward overall did a good story, good stuff. I thought the stories were kind of interesting back then for Call of Duty games, and then we got something brand new which brought me into more interest in Call of Duty back in the day was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And then Modern Warfare 2. Those were the two most played Call of Duty games I enjoyed for some parts of the story, and then of course the online. But that game or that series is kind of, I don't know. I think that community is a bit split. A lot of people want something new, like they'd be like preaching, like give us something new rather than HD texture packs and different skins. Or people like, oh, I want to go back to the past. I want something like a Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 2, and it's hard to, please everyone, of course.
Right.
But it's the series itself, because it's annualized every single year. I think that's what's happened to Call of Duty, is that it's created this situation, whereas other games you would have like a break period, of a year, 2 years. I remember it's completely off game scene, but Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2, there was a couple years there, 2 or 3 years maybe there, from number 2 to number 3. They made quite the impressive improvements, the graphics, the gameplay, the story, the motion cap, all the stuff that goes in. You see the development time that someone has with, a couple, 2 or 3 years, whereas Call of Duty, it's, oh yeah, every November, get ready. Get ready for hype. Drink your Mountain Dew. Get your
Mountain Dew,
Doritos.
Doritos, all of it.
I do not like Mountain Dew. However, there were
Oh, don't
DLCs.
tell that to self.
There were DLCs released if you got the codes. So I drank Mountain Dew. I wanted those things, and I also wanted that stuff. So I did it.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah.
So Bill, remastering games?
Yeah, remastering it. I really can't say too much about it. I'm not gonna step on Craig's toes, but when it comes to a game that I'm gonna bring up, which is Halo, but not that, I don't know if he had that in mind already, but I always do it. No, I'm not gonna get too much into that one. But there's certain games out there. Honestly, leave the game how it was in the past, because I've seen so many remastering of games that just weren't successful at all, and honestly I'd rather just see the game like an old Nintendo game or something like that, just made available on a new console the same way it was. I'd rather just see it like that.
That's a thing.
Just just keep it like it was. Just let me play it on the new console.
Exactly.
I mean, like some old Mega Man or something like that. That would,
Oh,
I think that would be fantastic. But like something as simple as I played. We brought this up one of the other podcasts, the last one or two ago, was I got the remastering of the GoldenEye 007.
Yeah.
And was just not happy with it at all.
I heard really bad things
Oh
about
my gosh,
this.
that was such the game on the N64.
Oh my god! I just remember running around with my arms out like this. It's like Odd Job with the little top hat on or whatever,
Proximity and remote lines.
Screen peeking on my little brother,
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just
Bill, you're right on. Okay, now that's a good point on good and pros and cons. But yeah, GoldenEye, that the name, it was a good film overall. I thought it was a good Pierce Brosnan film. But the game itself, N64 at that time, was a lot of fun. The multiplayer story, all that stuff, the cheat codes you could do in that game. But anything that was James Bond related for a game that would put GoldenEye on, and you're like, all right, let's get excited. This is how it was good. And then they have GoldenEye, Rogue Agent, and another GoldenEye remake, and it's
yeah.
So
Meh, it's not the original. I'd still like, even if like the original 64 GoldenEye was just remade for me to be able to play it. I mean, I'm sure it would never be able to play on the Xbox. Well, no, they did do it. But if it was the same as it was, I'd be all over it. I'd be streaming it constantly. Maybe if there was an online multiplayer option available too, that would be so awesome. I would love every second of it.
Last thing I'll say is you guys probably remember like the whole Duke Nukem hype.
Oh,
Right? That game
wow.
was in development for how long? 10 years?
Forever, yes.
Yeah, so Duke Nukem Forever. That was the name of the game, right? So
Yes.
I remember those guys with that manly voice. Like the whole Duke Nukem. I can't do the voice, but
Oh, you can do the voice. You did the
I
voice
remember-
earlier. Get real close to the
Do
mic.
it.
Get real close to the
Oh,
mic.
God.
Do it.
Nukem.
Manly Duke Nukem. I don't know. But
Yes.
the point is that
Yes.
game was in. I know I just talked about Uncharted having a couple of years, but with Duke Nukem, that game went through so much turmoil from going from other game developers. Like it left one game developer's hand to another game developer's hands, and just remaking it, and then tearing it down, and then putting something back together, and the game played like poop. And it actually made fun of poop in the game. So there's a lot of weird stuff in that game. I remember trying out. I'm like, oh man, this doesn't. And like the voice acting was corny and cheesy, which I remember, but the game didn't really translate all that well. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, people waited long time, and yeah, didn't turn out all that great.
Bad cheesy. Craig.
Remakes. There's so much. I would totally be into trying out the Dark Souls 2 remake, actually, to be honest, because I have yet to play a Dark Souls game. I know, my bad on me. I'm sorry, but I would be interested in that just for playing it and getting the feel of it and actually experiencing the loss and just realizing how terrible of a gamer I actually am. Yeah. But other than that, the Halo Master Chief Collection came out and it was so awful. You could play the campaign just fine and that type of stuff, but I haven't played it in months and months and months due to the multiplayer being unplayable, and it was just broken. And
I played it on release day and haven't touched it since.
yeah, like literally I played it probably like release day to like a week after release, and it was just broken and broken and broken. And I think they're gonna give us like, what is it, like ODST, but who the hell wants that game?
Right.
Like, who the hell
God.
wants Halo ODST? Really, no one does.
I don't even play Halo, and I know that.
Yeah,
I'm like, how
They were
about
like,
my money
oh.
back?
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, remakes can definitely be, I think they're hit and miss, to be honest. Like, they could do a remake really well, or they could just totally F it up and it's unplayable.
Yeah.
That being said, another remake that we didn't even talk about, which is on both systems, is Abe's Oddworld, which I would be interested in playing as well.
I remember.
The new and tasty edition, because that's on Xbox and PS4 and on the game market, and it's not that expensive. I think it's like $15. And I remember playing that on the like PlayStation 1 or 2, and just bringing back some of those memories would be awesome. And doing like older games, not games from like 5 years ago, or but games that I played as a kid and enjoyed.
Right.
I guess would be cool to see remastered, kind of like the Abe's Oddworld, and people like experiencing those type of games would be awesome as well.
I used to love that game.
Like if they did, like if they like remade like Crash Bandicoot, like Wrath of Cortex, I would be all over that.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna chime in. Yeah, Raw. I actually watched Raw gaming stream Abe's Odd World. They had like these funny, like quirky voices. And like, hey, come here, over here, go
Yeah.
there. They jump around the little platforms and all that stuff. And you have these checkpoints and everything. My brother actually used to play those. I didn't. I didn't. I just would watch him and. I wasn't really understanding. Like the guy looked weird and weird looking head, and hey, come here, I'm gonna go over here, and all that stuff. So
Yeah, hey, come here.
yeah, those Abe games,
Mhm.
interesting. So
Oh my God, Simpsons Hit and Run, so good. Holy shit.
Crash
Wow.
Bandicoot
Definitely.
Oh
I
God,
would
Crash
totally play
Bandicoot
that.
2.
with my Xbox
Just
One,
as it
for
is,
sure.
play it
Yeah.
or just as it was.
Yeah, I think my Moobot is
Exactly.
too. It's
Like
probably-
if like even on, I loved how on the Halo Master Chief Edition you could click the select button and it would go back to the old
Yeah.
graphics. Like
I went back and
that
forth
was
the entire time.
Yeah, I could go back and forth the whole entire time. So they had like the remake, and then they would have the old classic, and it was just awesome, like to just see the development. Because back then, when I played Halo the first time, when it came out, I was like, oh my god, this world is immersive. It's so amazing. It's like the environment is beautiful. There's clouds in the sky. There's wraiths flying about, and you're just like, wow, this is like the most detailed thing I've ever seen. And then you see the HD compared to what you thought was so great back then, and you're like, wow, we're definitely spoiled. We're definitely spoiled.
Nowadays, yes.
Yes.
I have a very
Spyro. Spyro would be an amazing remake.
Mhm.
That was like one of my first like PlayStation games back in the day.
Spyro, yeah, no, I streamed the trilogy, the main trilogy on PS1. That took me a couple weeks, but I did every single thing. I collected every single like dragon egg and all the stuff, all the rubies or whatever you call them, all the gems, all that stuff. So that was fun. That's how I met Jake, who's one of my mods. Is awesome. But yeah, no, those games were classics. You see how Spyro got handled too. It's kind of sad what happened because you had like these Skylanders things, and then there was a PS2 Spyro that wasn't relatively what made Spyro, and Spyro looks strange now. And with Crash Bandicoot, I think Activision owns the properties of it. So if it was handed back to Naughty Dog, right?
Yeah.
Then the creators of Uncharted, Last of Us, then perhaps. But when it gets handled to another developer that is not even related or not very familiar with that game scene, you're not sure what you're gonna get, and yeah, so that's kind of up in the air. But a Spyro classic like that, if it ever got the treatment and it was handled by like a Insomniac, which I think it was that studio, then it'd be interesting. But if it's handled by someone else, I don't know.
Yeah. True.
I have a very I don't know, my most recent experience with the remastered game. I think all the stars aligned when this all happened. But I do have a mixed opinion, but I'll talk about the good first. With The Last of Us remastered, when I bought my PS4, I bought the bundle. And I did the same thing when I bought the XB1, because typically when you buy a bundle, you get a bigger hard drive, right? So this is what I went for, just for the hard drive. I have heard of The Last of Us game. I've never seen it. I knew nothing about it, anything at all. And I'm like, well, I got this game. I'll try it, see what it's about. And I streamed it for 10 days in a row, I believe, and on playthrough number 5. And I've said on stream several times that is one of the better games that I have played in a long time. And I honestly mean that from all different angles. So for me, finding a game like that and absolutely loving it, it was really, it was an uplifting experience with the remastered game. Uh, but they are, like everybody else has said, in my opinion, very hit and miss. Um, you either get The Last of Us remastered as somebody that's first time played it ever and loves it, or you get Halo. Um, so, it's, I think somebody said, I can't remember who it was, but to try, the thought of, introducing these characters to the kids of the generation that we have now, it's a good idea, I guess, in theory. But if they were to remaster something and it comes out to be crap, and then all the kids are like, well, I don't understand what the excitement is over this because this game is terrible, and it was a really good game for us when we played it the first time. So it's very hit and miss, like everybody has said, but it's just. Recently I had a really good experience. I cannot complain. I'm glad I stumbled across The Last of Us, and can't wait to play it again. Actually, now that I think about it, anybody want to dive into rebooting movies or?
Reboots on movies. I guess the more recent, within the past like 8-10 years. I guess how James Bond goes through its changes of actors.
Yep.
And for me, when I grew up, my mom and dad, we had all the James Bond films on VHS. Or up to that point, right?
Roger Moore.
I enjoyed the classics, with Sean Connery and Roger Moore.
Connery.
Right. And then, there was Timothy Dalton, and I can't remember, George Lazenby.
T-Dog.
And Pierce Brosnan. I remember Pierce Brosnan. That's when I was, a little after we got the N64, I was like, hey, this guy looks the same as this movie. Maybe I play as him in the game, and of course I enjoyed GoldenEye. Then there's Daniel Craig now. I noticed, I guess it follows what Chelsea was saying about the generation of appreciation of like older games, or in this case, some older movies. I thought the older movies were a lot more story-driven, and acting was a lot more charismatic, and a lot of relationships that go on with the Bond films with the characters. But now I see a lot more explosions, and it's like modern, like it's got to have a big blockbuster explosions and shoots and all that stuff. And whereas Bond before, he was quite swift and suave and stealth, and the way he spoke, especially Connery and Moore, those one-liners. I think Craig would know what I'm talking about, those one-liners.
Yeah.
Now I feel like it has that more rough tone. So do I like the Daniel Craig movies? I think they're good, but I feel like they've drifted away from what made Bond who he is. But again, it is different actors, it's a different time, things have changed. But that's where I have to say, in more recent movie remake or reboots for me.
So I'll say one thing on movies, because it's been in the back of my mind for since I learned the news. I could talk a lot about. I'm a huge. If you guys would see my Blu-ray and DVD collection, you'd probably say, "Why do you have that many?" But I love movies. But when I learned of them rebooting. And essentially making the same movie all over again with a different cast is the original Crow movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Who's it gonna be? Oh, I know the actor is Jack Huston. He's Richard from what's it called? Boardwalk Empire. I
Yeah.
love that actor. That was like my favorite character in Boardwalk Empire.
So the one thing that I will say is the very first Crow movie is very top of my list in favorite movies, personally. And I have a real problem with them trying to remake the movie. If they want to make another Crow movie, just make another Crow movie.
Yeah.
Don't try to just don't redo it.
Yeah.
If you want to remake a movie from the 40s, okay, but you can still go to the store and buy the first movie. You can get it. It's there. It's that popular. Just go buy it, and it's a really great movie. It's kind of dark undertones, but I mean, it seriously is one of my favorites of all time. And just and then what they've done with it afterwards was just kind of terrible. Each movie, there was 4 total, and then they just progressively got worse with production value. But the first one, you can't. In my book, it's hard to top. But I would hate to see be introduced to a new crowd of people, and then they mess it up, and then here you again, you got the Crow becomes Sonic. And it's and that
Whoa.
Or
That would-
RoboCop.
that-
I mean, RoboCop was like
Mm.
back in the '80s and early '90s and stuff. That was like he was the man, And they remade the RoboCop, and I mean, it's just.
I didn't see it.
I didn't
I
see
remember.
it either.
I remember the
They-
older movies.
they
But
re-
I mean, remember
Yeah.
the older movies, and the guy gets like acid on him, and they hit him with the car.
They remade the RoboCop movie, but it has the origin story basically, but then what happens afterwards is different. So I was kind of confused watching it. But I mean, it was all right. I don't know. It was very strange.
yeah.
Man,
So I feel. Go ahead, Sophus.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say now I saw that Chimu mentioned Ghostbusters. I don't know what's really going on with this new, maybe if it's a reboot or what's going on, but yeah, there is some talk, or they've already casted people for Ghostbusters. But I enjoyed the first one, of course, with Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray,
Oh,
Harold Ramis, classic, right?
Yes.
And then Indiana Jones, right? I loved the first 3, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom,
Yeah.
and why am I forgetting the third one? But those 3 were great. But then they brought Crystal Skull, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and because Harrison Ford has aged considerably since the last film, and then they brought him back. It was, and then I don't know, it just didn't. It felt out of place. Now, if they brought that out within a few years after the third one, then perhaps it would have been fine. But when time just goes by, it's just I don't know. Maybe there's others. Obviously, there's other stuff going on. But yeah, poor Indiana Jones. Like the last outing, I always think the third one will be the one with Harrison Ford. But that Crystal Skull, I was like, what? Why you do this? What is going on?
I
Like,
was laughing
Supernatural.
hysterically in
I
the
don't
theater.
know. It's
Yeah,
kind of
that
spoilers, but at the very end, what I'm talking about? Panic. Like what the heck?
I
is going
burst out in laughter.
Shia
And people were
LaBeouf
like,
action.
what is wrong with you?
Yes.
It was so bad.
Yes.
Yeah. And then another one I guess you could say is Star Wars. I loved the originals, right? Mark Hamill. But then the I guess they're called the prequels, right? The ones that came
Yeah.
out in the early 2000s. It's like they would have a character. What was his name? General Grievous, which is like some robot-ish alien creature. It's like let's stick how many lightsabers on this guy. It's like it's a play toy, Let's add that to the Star
Well,
Wars. And then Darth Maul, I thought was a cool character. Then he got axed. I don't know the
Well,
stories of Star Wars, but I don't know. I just
The thing about because I'm gonna step in because okay. I'll admittedly say that I know a lot about Star Wars. So General Grievous was a character that hunted Jedi, and the reason why he had so many lightsabers is he kept all the lightsabers of the Jedi that he killed. So he was in the books. He was a very big character. In the movie, he was just kind of there. So you really didn't have the time for the backstory of Grievous, but he was a real human, and then was killed, and then his basically brain got put into a robot.
I'm a robot.
Continued his mission of Jedi Hunter. But Darth Maul was kind of a one-off. He was in the books, but it wasn't really a big deal. But Grievous was like in the books. He was a really, really big character that they spent a lot of time, giving him backstory and things that happened. So, but that's that. I will put my stamp on the Star Wars. But actually, while we're on the subject, the prequels I was actually okay with. A lot of people bash Episode 1 for Jar Jar Binks, but
What?
at the time I saw it, I was okay. I'm not really sure Hayden Christian being Anakin, but other than that,
No.
but other
Oh God, it was so bad.
other than that, but those, if you really go back and watch, the prequels are all about Palpatine, and Anakin was just sort of a side thing. But
Yep.
but yes.
Okay.
Any other movies?
I actually like the latest James Bond. What was it?
Is that a
What's it called? Skyfall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Skyfall was awesome.
Daniel
yeah,
Craig
with-
does a good job.
I mean, Javier
like-
Bardem as was an amazing villain. I thought was, and I thought it was interesting because it's like the one movie where he doesn't save the girl. You know what I mean? Usually he's super suave and saves the girl and stuff like that. I thought it was an interesting take. But yeah. Plus the new one looks amazing too. The
Spectre.
Spectre?
Spectre, yeah.
Spectre? Yeah. Spectre looks cool
For sure.
for sure.
Definitely. Although not really kind of stemming off of topics we've said, I'm kind of I just hope Disney doesn't screw up Star Wars. I just really don't. If they do it, I'm gonna
I refuse to get excited about it because it's being done by Disney,
Yeah.
which means the brutality will be limited.
When I saw the trailer for it, I was just like, I don't know. I was very like the storyline that they're doing. I know this because I've read so many of the Star Wars books. I know the storyline that they're putting out. If they do it wrong, it's gonna be bad, and there's gonna be riots in the streets, and you're gonna have you have those core people who say the prequels didn't happen and they just watched the 3 movies, and then you got other people that's all over the place with the expanded universe and everything, and then you're gonna have that sect of people that say the Disney Star Wars movies don't exist. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's going to be a big, crazy midnight release, like when the previous movies came out. Because though I was young, for obviously I wasn't around for the first ones, but when they did the first 3, 1, 2, and 3, I went to all of the midnight releases for the movies, and my oldest brother was a huge Star Wars fan, read all of the books, watched all of the movies, played all of the games, and would bring his lightsaber and battle other people in line waiting for the release.
Yes.
Oh God, Star Wars is a huge influence on the types of things I watch now, and the types of things that I'm interested in.
Lightsaber. Oh man, that's awesome.
Lightsaber hype.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll just touch on it. It's on gaming though, is that after I know with Lucasfilms, LucasArts, with the close. They closed down LucasArts, which was the gaming side that created lots of great different games, like Indiana Jones games, some Star Wars games. I think there was. I'm forgetting a couple, but they made lots of iconic like PC older games. But there's this game that was being developed that looked
Yes.
really interesting. I guess it's like Bounty Hunter, but it was called Star Wars 1313. I remember it was E3 maybe 2012, 2013. I think there was an awesome debut trailer. Looked like it was in real time. That was debatable, but it looked really interesting and fun. A game that I wanted to play, but after the Disney acquisition, or it might have taken place a little after or prior to that, the game went south. They closed down the production of the
Yeah.
game, which looked really good. Star Wars 1313.
Yeah, that was all the bounty hunter side of it, and that was really, I think, was going to bring LucasArts back, but then it just got scrapped. It's not scrapped. Somebody will pick it up eventually, but it's just, the hype was there. You saw the trailer, and it'll be like that Duke Nukem thing. You wait 10 years, and here it comes, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another.
You know what I wish they? Oh, sorry, Dorian, but I was
Go
gonna
for
say,
it.
you know what? I wish they brought back the like PvP areas on Mario Kart. Remember, like it was like the 4 towers. They were like red, blue, green, and
You mean like
yellow.
the battle mode?
Yeah, the battle mode.
Yeah, like the arena mode.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chelsea knows. I know.
Hmm?
Mario Kart 8 battle mode, not like Mario Kart 64 at all. It's like,
Oh.
why would you race? Why would you make a racing track to do battle mode? You had
Yeah.
these specific levels. Because my very first Mario Kart was 64, which was fun.
Yeah.
You had the 3 balloons, and you would have these
Mhm.
like areas where you could go up, and then you throw stuff.
Sorry.
Like,
That's my dog.
Mario Kart 8 now you use like the actual tracks to do battle
They
mode.
use
I'm like,
it-
what?
oh.
Why you do that?
Why?
Why you do this?
That's terrible.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's just lazy.
But I was just gonna say, because we're in that Star Wars topic here. I know we're talking about reboots and stuff, but there's gonna be. I guess I don't think they're not calling it Star Wars Battlefront 3. They're just calling it Star Wars Battlefront 4 PC, Xbox One, PS4, right? I did enjoy the original Star Wars Battlefront games that were on. I played them on the PS2 at the time. Those were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I thought the first one was better than the second one because I thought the second one had a little overpowering effects when you play as a Jedi, but it was fun. You gotta. I remember playing, going around, like zooming around, like zoom, zoom. You kill this guy, but then you lose that perk and you go back to your normal character. But I'm looking forward to seeing how EA, because EA I think is really the only game developer that Disney has given the rights to make games like Star Wars, EA games. So we'll see how that goes, and it's being developed by EA's game studio Dice, right? So the folks that have made the Battlefront.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Battlefried. I'm so
Battle-
for
Keep so hungry
Battlefield.
right now.
Yeah.
Battle Fry.
Is this thing still on? No, Battlefield game.
People
so
still
I'm
watching.
interested. There's supposed to be a trailer of that game coming out soon. The Battlefront for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So we'll see how it goes. Dice, please do not allow me to get stuck on a blade of grass in that game.
Oh god. Yes.
God.
Oh god. Oh, so terrible. So terrible.
Yeah, he's home.
So continuing, we will get to the finale topic, which is rapid fire of some shorter topics to discuss. But GTA 5 finally, I have finally in all caps in my notes, coming to PC, and what this means for PC users. And I know, Dorian, you're going to bring it up. So when I was streaming Saints Row,
How many titles were
I had my I was streaming Saints Row, and I would have my title playing Saints Row because Rockstar hates PC.
Yeah.
So we talked about games, remastering. You buy them again. Now here we go. Everybody's going to go buy the, well, not everybody, but people are going to rush to buy the PC version. What does this mean for the community at large? Now you can have all everybody across platforms playing said one game, although they can't play it together. It's still sad, in my opinion. I would think Dorian would probably be the resident GTA expert. So go for Dorian on PC.
Go for
Well,
it.
yeah, that game has been in development for quite some time. With actually right now on Twitch, people are streaming. They are playing GTA 5. They did a
the
world
number
release. Yeah,
Of course it is.
It's
Yeah,
the
it is the
number
number
one,
one. People are wanting to see
Stealthy.
that 60 frames. They
Mhm.
want to see that 60 frames per second because it's always been 30 for most
Number one.
GTA games. So they want to see that 60 FPS. They want to see what people can create with like a mod tools because on GTA 4 on PC, people made stunning stuff that would rival computer generated graphics.
Yep.
You know, like a cutscene where it's quite exciting. People are going to get their hands on it. I'm curious as to see, as you know, with a lot of these new game launches that have online, we'll see how the servers hold up. Steam, Rockstar Social Club, do not pull a cloud sim for the PC users. I hope you, especially when you got that solid state drive in your guys' computers who are playing that GTA, so you shouldn't have that cloud sim. But it's exciting. People will be able to play it. More people, a lot of people have been waiting for it. It's probably one of the most anticipated releases on PC for this year. A lot of people have asked me if I was going to pick it up. I know my computer could run it probably just fine. Not at max because the settings are just crazy for that. But we'll see if something ever comes to fruit. I'll definitely give it a shot. But right now I'm happy because I've already double dipped. Got the PS3, got the PS4, but yeah. So it's exciting to see how the PC holds up and get everyone's thoughts on it because I know a few of my viewers who come by, they said they've already pre-ordered GTA, and the amount of anticipation, it's supposed to come out earlier this year, and then it got pushed back. So, and then it got delayed again. It was supposed to come out actually back in November, where the PS4 and Xbox One. So there's a lot of anticipation for it. So we'll see. And they finally got heists on PS4 and Xbox One and PS3 and 360. So people are excited to play those on the PC. So we'll see. It is exciting for folks who've been waiting, who've built their computer for it. Like those SLI or Crossfire configurations of multiple GPUs and this awesome 8-core processor and all these hundreds of RAM. I don't know, but
all the
so
RAM.
that's all. I think that's where it's at. So
How much? Wow. That's crazy.
What happened?
Oh, sorry. We're discussing GTA and how much it's leading by on Twitch.
Oh,
120,000 people are watching it.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You probably have Lyric and everybody else playing.
Lyric
it right
alone
now.
has 35,000.
There you go. See,
Jeez.
Syndicate's probably doing it too right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably got 100 grand. Anyway.
That's wild.
Down with League of Legends.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Finally.
No, about time.
Wow.
Time.
Bill, what do you think about that
okay.
GTA hype coming to PC?
Well, I think it's a good thing. Everybody's always hyped about a game coming to PC. Of course, there's always going to be Well, I mean, what the benefits of it is really what more options available, stuff like that. Because everybody, I always ask, PC gaming is where it's at. I mean, I don't particularly agree with that. But every time a game is being played on PC and people a game is being played, period. If it's on PC, I feel like it's always a plus, and everybody wants to see that. And I got a feeling, GTA wise, that's going to be a big thing. As you can see right now, it is a big thing. Well, of course, it just came out. But do I see myself doing it on the PC? No. I'm a big fan of having everything I need right in the palm of my hand. Because I'm not a big fan of that AWSD and using the mouse and all that. That's just not me. I love the console, but I do think it's a good thing. I mean, it's awesome seeing games like that coming out on PC, in my opinion. But I don't know. I really don't have too much of a take on that. It's because of course I'm a console streamer, so. But everybody I always have wants to see a game played on the computer. But yeah, that's all I can really say about that.
Yeah, Twitch overall is PC, right? In its broad, like you said, Counter-Strike, League, StarCraft, those real-time strategy games like Total War. There's a lot on that PC, and
Dota.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Definitely.
All those games I've never played.
Plus, it always looks better on PC too.
Yeah,
True.
it will. So,
Much more beautiful.
Profound, I will never play GTA, but I now play GTA. Cheese, you want to talk about this one?
So I actually debated between whether waiting for it to come out on PC and getting it for PC, or just getting it for PS4. As you well know, I kind of caved and just got it for PS4. But I don't. The only excitement that I have that it is finally here is that my husband has been waiting for this game for forever, and would go and check every day to see, like, for a release date, and then go to check if they changed the release date, because they're constantly changing the release date. So now that it's here, he will be entertained. Like, we can play GTA at the same time, even.
Yeah.
But not together.
Yeah.
He'd probably troll me and kill me.
Like, let's go in this plane and then straight into a building.
Exactly.
How many times
Here,
have you
come
been,
into this
have
plane
you
with
played
me?
with followers, and then you like go into a plane or a car and they just wreck
you
it.
jump the chopper with me, and then I just bail out.
I haven't had that experience yet, but I have played with iGames. And my first time online, I joined his crew, and they're saying, "Oh, come on, we're over here," and it's me and Jeffy and Muddy in party chat, and Muddy's saying, "Don't go to them. They're gonna initiate you into the gang." And I was like, "What does that mean?" He said, "They're gonna kill you." So instead, like, I got in a car and was trying to get away from them, and I hopped out of the car and I killed them both with my pistol.
Nice.
It was so brilliant. But then, I mean, iGames came back and stabbed me in the neck with a bottle, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
He's really good with melee, whereas I am just kind of flinging and flailing everywhere because I can't control my character.
I
can control the guns, but I can't control, like, anything else about them.
I got to witness that live.
Awesome.
I saw it as it happened.
Oh, it was good.
One thing I'll say, the benefit if one is to stream PC GTA 5, there's going to be a higher chance these people know what Twitch is. Because I'll just be honest, when you're streaming like console, they might be watching, especially if you're using like Xbox One streaming, like integrated, or the PS4 integrated streaming, right, built in. people ask you give them the crew link, like, what am I supposed to do? Like they derp out, like have no understanding what they're supposed to do. Where if you're streaming GTA 5 PC edition, a lot of these viewers
They're
know
gonna be
what
older
Twitch is,
too.
and they're gonna be older, and they know how to open up a link to a crew and do it. So that's
Yeah.
one benefit. People will be able to join your crew just like that
Yeah.
on PC. They'll know what to do, and that's one thing that I wish could happen for a stream. I mean, like everyone knew how to join a crew, but people like, oh, this link don't know what it is.
Send me an invite. Just send me an invite.
Message me and like
Message me.
doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Mhm.
Add me to your friend list. Oh man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Craig, what do you think about this news?
I love it. Just, I mean, I don't have like a PC or I'm not gonna get it, but I enjoy it, and I look at it like I looked at Skyrim for PC, which, I mean, they did so much for Skyrim for PC that they broke it all down. They made it like Ultra HD. They pretty much modded it to make it look like you could play it as a next gen game, pretty
Yeah.
much. Even though it came out, you know, years and years ago, it looks like it could have came out this year as far as the mods go. And they have crazy mods where like they could make the dragon's face, you know, the dragon's face is Macho Man Randy
Yeah.
Savage, and it goes, oh
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, that was a real thing.
Oh my gosh.
That's a real thing, and you could like, you know, ride Pinkie Pie as one of your horses, like from My Little Pony, and slay a dragon with the face of Macho Man Randy Savage, while being like the Emperor of Skyrim. Like they had all these crazy mods, and they just made it really fun to play. And depending, like the way that, you know, and that's like Skyrim's like a serious game, like as far as like gameplay goes, and sort of like not as fun or geared towards comedy as much as GTA is. GTA is really comical, and people die in comical ways and stuff. And I could just imagine the types of mods and guns and cars and just like vehicles that are just gonna like take off and stem from all the mods are gonna be awesome.
But two on that though, there's opposite ends of the spectrum on modders. There's those funny ones with the Macho Man Randy Savage, but then there's ones that do the texture packs and all of that to make the game look even better. Although you have to have like a supercomputer to run all of them.
Yeah.
But I think you'll probably get that with GTA modding as well. I think they'll be all over the place with that. The mods.
Yeah, no, I just want to just chime in about what Craig was saying about Skyrim mods. I beat the game on PC and I had all the mods and it was glorious. But I actually bought on PS3 first, and it had all these stupid broken problems, like the game saves won't work, the frame rate was absolutely terrible. So I put it aside and it was on. Yeah, it was really bad. Things wouldn't spawn right, so I got it on Steam sale, super cheap. I modded the heck out of it. I'm like, wow, this is a whole new world. And I beat the main story, right? But it was just like, wow, what a better experience, night and day. You're doing it right, Dorian, by justifying doing these mods and stuff. But when you go back to try to play it on a console, you're like, ooh, a little rough on the edges. Does this game even load? Does the disk drive allow this game to be read? But yeah, no, the excitement for GTA with modding, as you guys probably know, there's people that put a lot of artistic work in these texture packs and these little things that they make for the mods. So I want to give everyone a thumbs up for the PC community. You guys are going to have a lot of fun in that. And now hopefully those other troll modders that go out of their way to wreck someone's stream, like spawn an asteroid out of thin air and crush your car, or spawn a, it make you, there was some really weird stuff. I know some of my community members that just that was bad. People would take advantage of that through online, but I think, as what Craig you said, PC a little more mature audience there, so it should be interesting, very interesting.
I think it's some we've discussed before, although be it XB1, PS4, and PC won't be able to play together. Some kind of way to bring that community together in some weird way, I guess. PC users not feeling left out. I don't know. I think it's, the trailer for it looked really good in the 60 frames per second. I don't know if I'll buy it. Honestly, I played through the storyline. I really don't play a lot. The only thing that I really like on the online are the races. All the other things kind of seem whatever to me. But somehow, some way, kind of trying to merge all the community together, I think is good. And I do think we'll see some good mods coming out too. That modding community is ridiculous, especially.
Oh yeah.
That we talked about Skyrim. I mean, they just, and especially if it's open. I don't know how the rules for the mods and stuff will concern. But if it's open like Skyrim, there was hours of gameplay added with new missions and new little things to do within the game, and new places that you could go to, and things like this. So who knows? It could be really good. It could be another endless thing, because there's people that still play Skyrim non-stop on PC with mods and everything because of the mods. There's still things
It's just
to do.
like a whole environment, a whole new experience.
Yep. Because if you actually just take off walking and don't fast travel in Skyrim, like, there are a lot of area that's just kind of wide open for people to just drop down a town, or drop down something extra to do. So yeah,
Become Iron Man. I've seen that Skyrim mod.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw one where they made the dragons like Thomas the Tank Engines. And it was
I'm all
like
for that.
Thomas like going through the sky, just like choo choo.
I've seen this. I have seen this.
Like,
I've seen YouTube videos. I haven't seen.
yeah, there's mad Skyrim mods, and that's the thing. Like, you take that type of like comedy and you just bring it to GTA, I think it would fit so much, like, even better.
Yeah, definitely. Panic, what do you think? I know you kind of.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Basically, since the coming back from the break, not my areas of expertise. Basically, I know nothing about what's going on, as I've not been a PC gamer. I'm happy that everyone who wants to play GTA has an opportunity to do so. And like we were saying earlier, if it brings some new faces to Twitch, I'm all for that. But yeah, as far as the rest of it, I've never played GTA on the PC. I've never been a PC gamer, so once I finally get the PC up and running, it gives me something to possibly consider as far as a game to play goes. But yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I really don't have much to add beyond that. But yeah.
Panic is just happy for because other people are happy.
Yep.
Panic's
That's my
all
only goal
about
in life.
equal opportunity.
Synergy.
As always.
Synergy.
as always.
Synergy.
So, Nintendo developing games for mobile devices. Now, this is very interesting, I believe. And I'll just, like having a name that you recognize for a game, like on your phone or on your tablet. versus just some person that made some app in their downtime. I don't know. I don't necessarily know what if all of the details of this, but I think if you launch a game and you see that Nintendo thing pop up, it's something familiar, and it's probably somebody that's going to spend a lot of time into making sure the game is good and bug free as possible, and it could open avenues for other people, well known companies, to kind of go on that same path. But all in all, I'm down for this idea. That's my spill on it. Somebody may know more, but Bill, what do you think?
Oh, I see a Nintendo game pop up on a mobile device. I'm all over it. As I said, like Mega Man, I've had it on my iPhone for years. Mega Man X, actually, been playing it. I want to see some Dr. Mario.
Yes.
I want to see
Wario.
Wario. I want to see some Excite Bike. I want to see, some Mario Brothers. Maybe Duck Hunt. Yeah.
I like that.
Duck Hunt.
Oh, but you needed the Duck Hunt gun.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about.
So you could just like.
Maybe they'll give you a miniature version to shoot at your phone. I don't know.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
But, yeah, I think that's fantastic. But you know what? If they do it, like, would it just be doo-doo? Would they make it available, like not just some Android, but would it be Apple wise and stuff like that as well? I don't know. But I definitely would be all over it. I'll be paying my 99 cents in the App Store to get them. Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, all I can say about that is, yes, do it.
Make it a thing.
Yes, I'm all over it.
Craig?
I mean, I would go for probably like if they did Pokemon Red or something for Pokemon Red or Blue for the mobile, then I would be down. I'm not sure about other Nintendo games other than like games that I used to play on the Game Boy.
What about Kirby?
Kirby, I guess, yeah, that'd be true. Kirby would be good. I was thinking of what is it? You know who actually makes really good mobile games and that I enjoy? Oh, is that the Pokemon? Yes, the Pokemon
Nice,
Red.
Panic. Nice.
Red, yes. Who makes really good mobile games and starting to make Steam games, and I really enjoy is Adult Swim makes some pretty fun mobile games, like Robot Unicorn Attack, and they have a Boulder one, and they actually make some pretty nice ones, to be honest. And coming into like making their own games and pretty unique, and they're fun for mobile purposes, and just
William
like little
Street
fun
and
games.
the people at Adult Swim are just next level on pretty much everything they do. Constantly impressing.
Yes.
Definitely.
So I mean, I'd probably get a game from them more so than like a Nintendo game. Maybe Kirby, maybe like Yoshi's Island type game or something like that, but nothing like too involved, I guess. But yeah, definitely if they revived like Pokemon Red, I'd be all over it.
Be down. So down.
For sure.
So down. Panic, the knower of all the things.
But the master of none.
Ouch! Ouch, Charlie.
I just play with you, Panic.
But I've never really been a huge mobile gamer. I guess if I'm on my phone and I'm bored as hell, I usually am looking up stuff or using some sort of, I don't know, web or social feature. But I would totally get down on the Pokemans. I would catch them all if they had red, blue, yellow on there. But happy to see Nintendo finally doing it. Something that, it's an area that they really would work well in. It's in their wheelhouse to release all these games, but they never have, and people have been calling for it since the release of the iPhone and kind of the movement to smartphones that are capable of playing these games. And I've put ROMs on it when I've jailbroken the phone in the past, but them Pokemans I would totally get down on. And it would be nice to see, I guess, a resurgence from the company that, everyone used to really love. And they've kind of fallen off the map, been taken over by Sony and Microsoft in kind of the gaming sphere. It'd be nice to see an influx of capital.
Yeah.
See if they can use that to their advantage.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Pokemans. Catch them all. And Pikachu.
Yes. Chelsea, what do you think about
Nintendo moving to mobile gaming. I would say that if they go in that direction, or well, apparently they are going in that direction, I would prefer that they stuck to older games. But I kind of feel like it's kind of a hesitant move. Like I don't think they actually want to go in that direction, but they have to go in that direction because things haven't worked out so great with the Wii U. There's not enough content. There's not enough flow of cash. And so they're kind of going mobile to see, can we bring it back? Can we come to the forefront, in front of Sony and the Xbox? And I hope it works out because I would be really sad to see Nintendo kind of flounder, but I haven't been too impressed with what they've been doing. Like the games that are coming out are kind of geared towards like the younger generation, and they're neglecting that core audience of people who have been with them for years from the very beginning, that followed them because it's Nintendo, and it's all of these like little kid games and nothing geared towards like the look, we've reached our limit.
Our limit.
Yeah,
we're
but
all down.
yeah. But anyway, like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, we've reached our limit.
We got to restart the call.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, there's a 4-hour
Restart.
limit to video group call.
Wow. All right. Sorry about this, guys. Doing it live.
Impromptu
What does that mean
break.
to play us out?
Give us 1 second. We'll re-get the video going.
We will.
Yeah, I'll just call everybody back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do.
Oh, bullshit.
Are we all good?
I think we're all in the wrong place now.
Yeah. Right.
All right, there we go.
It's all on the end.
Wait, what? The Skype's on stream? We shouldn't do that. Por favor.
Yeah, they popped. Yeah, I was gonna say they popped up for us. Back
What happened?
our Skype names. We're up for a second. Do do do.
Oh, yeah, on the thing.
Do do. Do
I think there
We're
might
doing
be.
it live.
Yeah, no, everybody's in the right place.
We're good?
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, so where were we at?
Talking about Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah, Chelsea.
Oh, I've finished.
Yeah.
What I was saying about it.
Okay. What is I'll have to look into something.
It was tinted for a second, but it's fine now.
Yeah, it was saying that I needed a premium account. I have a premium Skype account. I'm unsure. Because we didn't run into this last time. But sorry for those watching at
I think
home.
we stopped when we took a break.
We did.
Like
We
we
did.
we stopped
Ah.
it and we called back
Oh yeah, I forgot.
during the break.
I forgot to
We didn't do that this time.
I forgot. My bad. Dorian, Nintendo on the phone.
Nintendo has recently announced, as we were just discussing, they are going to be moving on to mobile devices, cell phones, tablets. You know, back my first console that I played was a Nintendo Entertainment System, Duck Hunt, Mega Man, Darkwing Duck, of course, the Super Mario Bros.
Darkwing Duck. Oh my
Those
Yes.
games
Yes,
were
Darkwing Duck.
were
Wow,
great,
that's old school.
fantastic.
Mhm.
And you know, I did not play Super Nintendo. I had a friend who would go over and visit and we would play a little bit here and there, but I didn't play much. But following that, we got an N64. I remember playing Super Mario 64 for the first time. I was just taken, like, wow, like such an immersive world because you're used to the side scroller, right? Side scroller of Mario, and then of course we had Mario Kart 64, and then GoldenEye, and all the other great games that followed suit, except for Superman 64, which was bad.
Oh,
Yeah, we talked about that last
my
time.
Really?
God.
We talked about that last
Oh
time.
my
Yep.
God.
Podcast. Worst I ever played, but anyways,
The fog.
just playing those
Ah.
games. I remember holding with the little rectangular controller for the NES, and then the three-handled N64. I thought it was like a spaceship controller back in the days. I was excited, and a little bit of Game Boy Color. I did not play. Sorry, Panic. I did not play red or blue, but I got yellow because that was the debut of color. So
They're the
I had the
best.
Pikachu. Anyway, so I played those, and I had fond memories of them. And Nintendo has always been kind of found, at least their history shows that they've always have had strong first-party support, no matter what. With the GameCube, quite a good few games with first-party, but third-party hasn't been that great. I'm just trying to get the build up to my understanding and thinking why this is taking place. So with GameCube, third party and console sales weren't as great, but first party content was great. When the Wii was announced, it shocked everyone that they were doing some motion controls, right? And turn out that thing sold like hotcakes, right? All the time, nonstop. Now, first party content was great, I thought. Third party, not so much. Now that we have the Wii U, right? And they did decide to go with more of like a mobile-ish feel. You know what I mean? With the gamepad, because it has a touch screen and you have a little stylus. So I felt like maybe since the Wii U, they've already had that in mind, knowing that the third-party content hasn't been all that stellar on Nintendo compared to Sony, Microsoft. Now, with the Nintendo moving on to mobile, and how they've been handling the Wii U, I feel like they're doing this, as Chelsea said, for maybe not in their interest of really wanting to do it, but they're doing it so they can gain their financial.
They can be
situation
competitive
better.
again.
Yeah, and because everyone, well, not everyone, but lots of people have a cell phone, or like a music player,
An ipad.
tablet,
Everybody.
a little laptop, or one of those Chromebooks, whatever you want to call them. And a lot of these people that have these devices cross all sorts of generations. I'm sure a 10-year-old probably has, or even younger, have these little cell phones, right?
Or
And
5-year-olds
so-
with iPads and all that.
yeah, so
Mhm.
Nintendo is thinking, you know what? We're going to try to bring everything that we've built, every game that most of their games, but most of the games that they've built, and they want to bring it to every single generation. And as well as, how the Wii U was targeted, and the Wii U was targeted for more like, at least the Wii especially was not really targeted, in my opinion, like for the core gamer. I thought they kind of deviated away from what they were doing with the GameCube and N64 and original NES. They went for that casual gamer, but now they decided we're going to just go all out. We're going to get every spectrum. We're going to get people that have played it in the past, and now people that have played in the present, and try to make the best situation out of it. My thoughts, I think it's a bold move, and I hope it does pay off for Nintendo, because Nintendo has constantly, with their first party, I think has been really, really strong. With Mario, Donkey Kong,
Oh, the
Legend of
exclusives
Zelda.
is like
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just top notch. So with mobile, I really do hope it works out for them. I've always did my best, and my family always enjoyed Nintendo, with all the games that they've provided and the memories. You know, sitting down with like a 4-player split screen of GoldenEye, getting all together, having a fun time, or Mario Party, whatever. Duck Hunt, where I would be like a kid and decide to put the gun right to the screen and not try to shoot from far back. You know, trying to capture all those moments on mobile. It's bold, and a lot of us will probably see it. We'll probably see a lot more Nintendo streams on Twitch, because
That'd be nice.
you know you can hook up your mobile device, and through your computer you can have a display for your OBS or your XSplit. So I'm going to guess we're going to see a lot more Nintendo content on Twitch, which gets the word out there. So, and a lot of people already have these phones, mobile devices. Then yeah, it's a bold move, but I think it's a win. It's a win for Nintendo. So many historic games, especially like their properties like Pokemon. That that's it was built on the Game Boy, if I remember right. That's how it established itself. Now you're taking this, we can call this the Game Boy, with all the tech and stuff. It's going to run on every single device. So it's exciting.
So
I think it's quite exciting.
Dorian, do you think everybody in the chat is saying it's a big step for Nintendo, this and that, blah blah blah. But do they not somehow know what they're doing, because they have the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, the DS,
Yes.
all the mobile gaming already? They're just putting it on another device, really. I mean, do they have a leg up because they've done those mobile gamings all the time and they essentially know what they're doing already?
I think you're right, because if you know when Sony stepped onto the mobile scene, I think it was the PSP, right? The PlayStation Portable.
Yeah.
For the first time. I think I did not play the PSP. I haven't played the PSP Go or the PlayStation Vita, so I'm not familiar. But I'm familiar with the Game Boy Color and the original Game Boy. Those sold well. A lot of people reference them as the entry to their mobile gaming back in the day, when they'd be on the school bus, you know, going from saying goodbye, Mom, you know, from the bus stop, and they'd be playing the little Game Boys. I remember they're playing the little Game Boys on, you know, on the bus. So I think they know that, yes, I think it's gonna print money for them. They're gonna be excited. People are gonna go to the App Store, the Google Play Store, Windows Store, and they're like, "What? Mario Kart, SNES? Let's go."
Windows.
And then they might bring some online, like they might make little improvements, like, hey, do you want to do like a little LAN or wireless LAN or something like that? They can always add those type of features. It's,
I mean,
it's
I
interesting.
But
think
where am I going to
was it
plug in my
Minecraft?
link cable?
Minecraft Pocket Edition has like servers and
Bluetooth
stuff,
now.
right?
What happened?
Like Minecraft Pocket Edition has like servers and you could do multiplayer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
So, I mean, you could probably do that for Mario Kart,
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
which
be
would
awesome.
be crazy.
It'd be
Yeah,
awesome,
you
though.
play multiplayer, play against people or friends, or have like a friends list
Yeah,
built
all
up,
that's
or
there. It's already integrated into, you know.
for just
Minecraft
randoms.
in
use.
itself is like its own gaming platform. I know it's on it's on so many different devices, but it wasn't really. I know PC is probably the most built and complete edition, right? or with all the sort of stuff you can do, but it is everywhere. Like Craig said, there is a pocket edition. Well, now Nintendo, it was always on their devices, their handhelds, and their consoles. Now it's kind of like, you know what? Let's pull a Minecraft. Let's expand. Let's go everywhere. So
Yeah.
Well, since they lost the ability to make a decent gaming console, shots fired.
yeah.
They should definitely use their
Ooh.
ability
Share their
to
love.
utilize their awesome game library that goes back since the beginning of time.
Speaking of, that, we don't have a lot of information, but Dorian brought up the fact that Nintendo is working on a new project. We don't know if it's a new console, if it's a new handheld thing, but they are.
I thought it was a handheld thing. It's like X something.
What I read up, it hasn't been said what it is, but I think it's called the NX.
Yeah,
I guess
NX.
like the next, like something coming down the road. It could be mobile or like a gaming game or
Like a
Nintendo
3DS,
DS,
or
3DS handheld or a platform. I really hope it would not be a console, just because that's the case. Some of the games that I look forward to might not come on the Wii U. For example, the Zelda game that was slated for this year has been delayed and likely going to be coming out next year, which you guys know I'm really interested in Legend of Zelda games. And most of these AAA Zelda game titles since the N64 or even predates that, they've always been delayed, but I hope they don't delay it just so that they can announce a new console. But I don't think that. I think it's going to be okay. It's going to be on the Wii U, but yeah, they are looking at in the works of some new device, something.
So, are they calling it that? Like, or is that just the project name?
Project name is called the
Gotcha.
NX.
I was gonna say if it's
Yeah.
NX, it kind of reminds me of like DS, so it would probably be mobile. But
Yeah.
if it's just a project name, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? But yeah, definitely. But it seems to me like Nintendo is the one that tries to reach out and do things different than everybody else.
Risks. Yeah.
Back in the day they had the Power Glove, which was terrible. But it was a thing that they tried to.
Power.
It was a thing that they tried to do, and they're always trying. What was the?
What was that movie? Fred Savage, the Game Wizard, or
Yeah,
something
So
like that?
good.
Yes, that game's a
Power Glove.
Loved that movie.
yes, and
Super
then
Mario 3.
and then what was the other thing that just tanked?
Virtual Boy.
I couldn't think of the name of it. It was all red and black and terrible, but
Oh yeah.
it was a thing that they were trying, and now you got the Oculus just coming out that's basically taking that general idea and
For the HoloLens.
taking it all the way out there.
Cinder with Oculus.
Wow, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
No.
I'm down.
Bill.
My
Nope,
adult
I'm good.
diapers.
I'm so down. Minecraft with the Oculus. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Punch cheese. IRL.
Yes. God, that would be. Could you imagine a creeper blowing up in your face with the Oculus on? That'd be. Wow.
Just like the knee-jerk reaction of just being like,
Oh.
you would end up looking so derpy.
Yes. Yes. So
Like a skeleton pot-shotting you from somewhere.
getting popped, and you're looking around your room trying to find it. That'd be great.
Imagine like lag and netcode with Oculus Rift. That would be so bad. You'd be like running in one spot and then teleport somewhere. That would be weird.
Oh,
That'd be a headache, I
Oh.
believe. Like
Mhm.
a literal.
I hope
Just
that
imagine-
wouldn't happen. It would somehow compensate for that.
Just try to keep up with your chat.
gosh,
wearing an
could you
Oculus.
imagine like doing Outlast or something? You would probably have like a heart attack.
No. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Panic.
The panic fear face.
Yes.
Oh
I still
my
have
God.
that. I still have
The
it.
panic fear face, yes.
I still have it.
Oh.
Wait. Can you demonstrate this fear face?
It was like,
It can be found
I
on
don't think I can.
many tweets.
yeah.
Oh God.
I'll have to find
Yes.
it.
Yes, yes,
I would have to find the Twitter.
yes, yes, yes. Where's the No, the one I have is a screen cap when you were playing Walking Dead. It's not that one.
No,
Screen caps.
When you were playing Walking Dead and you chopped the guy's leg off, I've got that reaction. But I don't have the one where you were playing Outlast. I don't think I have that one.
I'll have to find it.
yeah,
Everyone records
that's a good one.
the
That's
memories. the
like
memories.
such a good one too.
Jeez, that was a while ago too.
Outlast is stupid. It is extremely scary.
That was a
I
while
don't know.
ago.
I thought Slender was scarier.
I have that. It's waiting in queue. So looking forward to that. Apparently,
Screw
so I'm
that.
told.
I don't know if I
We
do,
can.
I do have it. Here, I'm going to do this for you, Panic. This is
Thank you. No, for me.
For you. This is for
All
you.
for
For the
you.
panic.
wait, I had it. I gotta figure out where I got it saved at. All right. I'm just gonna this is gonna be your new picture.
Oh, really? We're gonna put it on here?
Yeah,
Good.
I tell you, I told you I'm gonna do it for you. I was gonna find it. Now this was Panic. This wasn't the Outlast picture, but this was Panic, realizing that he just chopped somebody's leg off in The Last of Us. That is what happened shortly after he chopped that guy's leg off.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I remember. Yup.
What
Oh, man.
what have I
This is
done?
where I am.
What have I done? He said.
I made the wrong decision. I didn't mean to.
GG. Leg
Thank
chop
you.
for
That
the win.
is just top notch.
Thanks for having me, Sulfus. It's great being here.
You never know. I have a massive hard drive to keep things, and I have
My hard drive is massive, guys.
it is.
That's
Well, technically, actually, I have 5 hard drives on my computer, so
Oh,
Damn.
the storage capacity and everybody's mind went straight to the gutter when I said my hard drive was massive. Bill, thanks, but
that's what I'm here for.
that is, but that's not what I meant. But yes, you'll have to find the tweet though. The fear face is even.
I'm looking for the fear face.
The fear
right
face. The fear face.
I'm not
is-
actively searching for it, just so you
I
guys know.
know. I retweeted.
The fear face is definitely better than that one.
Yeah.
So while we search for the fear face, the final topic, and I know that everybody hasn't played this game, but I did want to spend some time talking about The Last of Us. I know Dorian's played it. Panic has seen people play it.
Continue on with the topics in which I have no knowledge.
Yes.
Yes.
But again, I found this kind of on accident, like I stated earlier, getting the bundle for the PS4 and played it and kept playing it and kept playing it. Really, this is a game that I got into. The first time I streamed it, it was probably 3 hours maybe. I started playing it one night, and then the second time I streamed it, I went for like 12 hours, I believe, because I could not put this game down. It's so good, very well done across the board, hands down one of the more favorite games I have played in a very long time. Story, graphics, character, voice acting, all the way around. Solid game, and found this by accident, just because I got it with my bundle. So I was so happy. A happy accident.
Check the chat. There it is.
Oh, did you find the fear face?
I found it. Check the chat.
Oh, great.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
That fear face though.
You look so distraught.
I like the after effects with it too.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are,
pretty good.
top-notch, capturing the moment.
Oh, Pablo and the Tacos made that.
Oh,
I remember
Babs.
her. Oh, Babs. The fear face is real.
It's so great. But yes, definitely one of the better games that I've played. And the Dorian, that link that you sent me, with the voice actors doing the live thing. Upon further investigation, I came to realize that there was an ending that they put in the live thing that wasn't in the game. Do you know about that?
I do. It's
Ah.
DVD
it's,
bonus features.
It's more of a laugh. It involves some singing.
So
That's what I saw on the. There might be something different. Raw Power might know, but
So-
what I saw from that, that's the first time I heard about an alternate ending to The Last of Us. But they were just doing some fun singing thing.
So-
But it could be something
no,
else though.
okay. So what it was is, of course, they if you're unfamiliar, they took the voice actors and played out some of the scenes from the game in front of a live audience, and it was broadcasted on Twitch. But then they ended the stream, and then did the ending, quote unquote. So nobody on stream got to see it. Only people were there that got to see it. So there's no video of it, but it was documented that it was them getting back to the hydropower plant, and Joel giving Ellie a guitar, and she starts trying to play it or whatever. And I thought it was a very, everybody was pissed off because Twitch people didn't get to see it, whatever. But just in the end, I thought it was a very nice sentiment because there was one part in the game where he said, maybe I'll teach you how to play it one day. I just thought it was a cool little thing. People made a big deal about it. But in the end, it was just sort of a tidbit. There was nothing crazy revealed, with the ending or whatever. But definitely loving this game, and I'll play it some more. What were your thoughts, Dorian?
Oh, it was a pleasant surprise for me. Again, we covered on that's a remaster of a game, and this is one that I thought was well done. It played well. Now, I did not play this on PS3, so having the chance to play it on the PlayStation 4, and I still think it's still my favorite game on PS4 that's out. A lot of the Twitch streamers said, "Doran, play it, stream it, you'll love it." And I was a big, Crash Bandicoot and also Naughty Dog Crash Bandicoot, but also really invested time in an Uncharted series because prior to The Last of Us, it was all on the Uncharted team. Now, a lot of them went over and started making The Last of Us, and I wasn't too sure about it. So as I was like, all right, let's go, let's play it. And then within the first 20 minutes into the game, you're seeing where this world's going. You kind of feel for the people involved, especially for Joel. I'm not going to spoil anything, but Joel, unfortunately, as time goes on, he hardens up his emotions, but prior to that, looked like a enjoyable, loving father figure. So, and as the time goes on through the game, you see this relationship between Ellie and Joel grow. It's very dynamic and changes their attitude when they first meet. They get off onto the wrong start, but as time goes by and each area and location you visit, you see how their teamwork improves, their communication, their and then at about 3/4 through the game, you start to see that they start to take care of each other more, and um, I'm not going to spoil, but it was just such a well written, well motion capped video game, cinematic, active cinematic, and the gameplay is awesome too. But experience, I think that if you haven't played it yet, I think you will enjoy it. It's most PS4s. If you buy a PS4, it will come with it. There's like a DLC, or there's a code for it. It also comes with a DLC that was on the PS3, which is pretty much a prequel for Ellie's story, to where she is in the game. It's just top notch, well done. And now I know why Solphus wants to go back. He wants some more. Wants some more of that Last of Us
You know,
hype.
it's honestly, and I am a big fan of immersion, and these next gen games, all of these things, they seem to be really short, and you really don't have time to kind of, get in the lives of the characters and actually care about what's happening. And this game is actually long enough to where you're kind of in there, and you want, when things